I'm developing this game for the last 2 years, and this is what it looks like now. Hi, I'm Meleiko, and I'm solo indie dev creating the game Aldo Memory of the Kingdom. During this time I have learned everything I know, because before I started development I didn't know anything at all. To code, to create models, to use Unity, to build and test, to find bugs and fix them. So, how did I come to this? How did it all get started? I thought to make my own simple mobile game in hyper-casual genre, planned that it would take just a couple of months to develop first prototype. And I would be rich? No, it's hard to tell how wrong I was. Let's go back a little bit. I was working as a game designer in a small studio. We were making hyper-casuals. Yeah, the ones everyone hates. But at least we tried to make them more enjoyable than sucking money off our users. So, in addition to working there, I have been working on my own creation in my spare time. Partly, my past experience has helped me a lot, and I think without working in this field, I would never have created my game on my own. After 6 months, I realized that I wasn't getting away with it so easily, so I had to go deeper, trying adding new mechanics and complicating the primary prototype. We need something interesting. Procedural generation. First of all, I started working on the procedural generation of islands because I realized that as a solo indie developer, it doesn't make sense for me to make each island separately, and it's not scalable and time-consuming. So I have been researching ways for a long time, looking at references from people like Oscar Staubeck, and his great games inspired me. I found out that he used wave function collapse algorithm, VFC, and started to learn it too. But I was afraid to try to implement it myself, so I found a ready-made version. I used the Serra package in Unity Asset Store. Very cool. Thanks to it, I was able to make procedural generation of islands on VFC algorithm. After that, I was able to make a basic game loop. You go to islands, fight mobs, go to home, and upgrade yourself. That was the base game in the beginning. So that's it? Game release? No, but something was missing. Maybe the game itself? In general, I thought that there were not enough goals in the game and added the rescue of villagers. But the question arises, where to save them? There is no village, no castle, no kingdom. And then I have created main location, the village. In it, you could build houses and then interact with NPC, so you could craft a weapon, buy food. But still, it felt kind of limited and not scalable. For example, I have saved 4 people, so that's it? Got through the game? It felt a little too easy. That's when I thought a major expansion was needed. Something that could give the player the freedom to be creative. I added free building system to the game. Now, you, the player, can build anything your heart desires. NPC also have become smarter. With them you can talk, to do quests, and give them items, some equipment. They themselves try to fulfill their desires, from serious to eat, sleep and be happy. Perform tasks assigned to them, craft something, build something. But there is something missing here too. What if we are building a village for a reason? To protect rescued villagers. Yeah, let's add to village defense. Now the village can be attacked by a bunch of enemies, and it happens regularly, and you need to think of defense strategy. I have also improved the starting location. Now it looks more solid. So what's next? Well, this seems to be a brief tour of the last 2 years of my life. Aside from a lot of moving and visiting countries, more about that sometimes later. I think I've done nothing but work the whole time, but I really hope it wasn't all for nothing, and I managed to gather a small community around my game. I'm planning a release for April 1st, 2025, which is a year after the failed mobile release of my game. I thought it would be quite symbolic, and in general, the deadline itself is a concrete one that helps to optimize development, understand what is needed and what is not, increase motivation to work. I have about 2 months left, during which I will be adding new functionality, mechanics, features to the game to make it more interesting, plus take into account the feedback from the next fest. If you're very interested in watching this video and you watched it to the end, thank you very much. I have a small Discord channel for the game where you can go and give feedback, recommendation, and in general share your thoughts or ask questions about the game to me there. Also, please wishlist my game on Steam. You can play the free demo on Steam right now, link in the description. Well, that's all for now. Hope to see you again. During this time, I have learned everything. How did it? After 6 months, I realized I started working on the procedural. First of all, I started working on the procedural